I found this at a thrift store in northern Colorado, but the label only said furniture. It's a wooden piece with painted designs on each side and nets in all four corners. While I'm not entirely sure of the size, there's a bicycle tire next to it for comparison. I assume it's some sort of game board, but I can't figure out what game it might be for. I've searched for old game boards and similar items, but haven't found anything exactly like it. It looks like a versatile game board, possibly for multiple types of games. One side seems perfect for chess or checkers, but there are many other details that wouldn't make sense for those games. Anyone know what this is? It is a game called carroms. It's played with wooden discs, like checkers, or plastic rings, which are called carroms. The version I learned as a child was similar to the 8-ball rules in pool, where you have to get your colored carroms in first, then finish the game by doing a bank shot. You can use sticks like pool cues, but sometimes you just flick the carroms with your fingers. The second side of the board also has a checkerboard, so you can play that game, or chess, or other games. The circles side has a backgammon board on it, the triangles, or you can play a game where you shoot as close to the center as possible. It looks like the game has the places for the pegs in it for playing crokinole, which you push the carroms with your fingers to try to land the carrom in the center. I found this item in a forest in New Hampshire about a quarter-mile from the nearest house. It's made of thick cast iron and has a very old jungle-themed design. The metal appears to be quite aged, and the structure is framed with wood. There are no other markings or identifying features on it. The location where I found it, far from any houses, adds to the mystery of its purpose and origin. The combination of materials and the unique theme makes it an intriguing find, but I'm still unsure of what it could have been used for. Any idea what it could be? That is the back of a small bench for a child. I found this 3 by 1 inch wooden teardrop-shaped object in a world traveler's curio cabinet. He spent a lot of time in Alaska and Central America and had a deep appreciation for local craftsmanship. There are no markings on the item, but its unique shape suggests it may have a specific purpose. I tried searching using Google Images, but couldn't find any results. Any ideas what this thing is? It's a knick-knack stand, especially for a small figurine. Probably a handmade one based on the chiseled look on the feet and relative simplicity of its shape. I found 2 spoons attached to a wooden handle at a thrift store. The seller didn't know what it was, and I couldn't figure it out either. When you slap the spoons together, they don't make any noise, so I don't think it's a homemade musical instrument. The design is unusual, and the spoons are securely fastened to the handle, but there are no markings or obvious clues about its purpose. It's definitely a unique item, and I'm curious to know if anyone recognizes what it might be or what it could have been used for. Any ideas? It's a musical instrument literally called spoons, used as percussion by clacking the spoons together. Spoons is a traditional musical instrument where I live. People were dirt poor, so they used what they had in hands. I found this rack filled with wooden blocks, all sorted by length and width, in a former event venue located in an old house full of antiques. The origins of the blocks are unknown, and the only label on them is a warning about wood shrinkage. They seem like they could be gauge blocks of some kind, but I'm not sure for what purpose. The setup is intriguing, and I'm curious if anyone has any thoughts or ideas about what these blocks could have been used for. Any insights or suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Any ideas? This is definitely letterpress furniture. After the type is set, these are used to fill the extra spaces around it in the tray to keep the type in place. The numbers over each row and column are the block's measurements in picas, which is equal to 12 points. This rack has furniture in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10 picas, wide by 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, or 60 picas long. This was found in Saudi Arabia by my parents many years ago. It's an old silver-plated wooden box made from hardwood, with several wooden planks inside, all also silver-plated and measuring 7 centimeters in length. The planks are solid rectangular pieces with silver plating on top and intricate engravings. The etchings vary slightly, with some featuring a wave dot pattern, while others have a wave pattern. The box and its contents have a unique and detailed design, making it a fascinating find. Any ideas what this thing is? These are knife rests. I found this tangled contraption in an old mountain cabin. It consists of cast iron, steel rings, a chain, and a single wooden bead. The entire thing is small enough to hold in both hands and looks quite old. I've tried to think of any search terms that might help identify it, but nothing seems to lead anywhere useful. It's an intriguing piece, and its unusual combination of materials makes me wonder what its purpose could have been. I haven't seen anything like it before, and I'm curious if anyone has an idea of what this could be. Any ideas? It's called a tavern puzzle. Tavern puzzles are reproductions of a type of puzzle traditionally forged by blacksmiths to amuse their friends at country taverns and inns. These are super common to find in camps or cottages out in the woods. Little puzzle on the wall that is fun for visitors. Keeping with tradition, a museum-trained blacksmith from Long Island has reproduced some of these antique designs as well as his own original designs. All the puzzles are handcrafted and individually assembled. Each puzzle is mechanical in nature. Removal of the object piece does not rely on force or trickery. I found this at a garage sale. It's a wooden piece with a string and button attached by cotton thread. The wood looks sanded and finished. I tried searching on Google to identify it, but couldn't find any information about what it might be. It's a curious item, and I'm not sure of its purpose. Any idea what it could be? I made my girlfriend a book holder with things like these. You hook the top onto a shelf and the button supports the book while it hangs and keeps the page like this. I bought this at a thrift store, and the employee wasn't sure of its original use. It's very lightweight, and each segment can rotate 360 degrees around the wooden dowel. The dowel is not fixed and can be removed from the segments. There are no markings to help identify it, and the holes are too small for pens or pencils. The modular curved wooden pieces each have 2 1/2-inch holes. One hole goes all the way through for the dowel, while the other is only halfway through. I haven't found anything online through searches for modular wooden semicircle or similar terms. Any idea what this is made for? This is a candle holder from Denmark. I would say this is a great design for beginning woodworkers because of its ability to fold, adding to its charm perhaps, and simplicity in creation.